This is my title from now on, and no one has the courage to challenge me for it. My title reign will be one for the ages.
What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97 and welcome back to my career here in WWE 2K16. This is the epilogue to the previous series we have just seen, and making his return to the MathWiz97X YouTube channel, it is the star of WWE 2K15 My Career Mode, the man who was fired from the WWE. It is Jett Storm, and he's going one-on-one with our new NXT Champion. For the title, it is Jett Storm one-on-one with Zero, and it's going to be taking place in just a few short moments here live in Full Sail University for another jam-packed, exciting episode of NXT. And in case you're wondering, yes, this is the proper finale. This is the absolute last episode of WWE 2K16 Career Mode. Just to get that out of the way, first part in the video, I've already butchered the commentary. But as you can see, this is our NXT Champion Zero. And as he makes his way down to the ring, he could be facing a superstar unlike anyone he's ever faced before. Zero, in the last episode, he finally overcame Kevin Owens to capture the NXT Championship. But tonight, Zero, he's facing a superstar who, much like himself, utilizes a high-paced style of match. Although Zero, he's a bit more of a high flyer than Jett Storm. I'm already getting them confused. For 50 plus episodes, Jett Storm utilized his high-flying abilities and his quick-paced in-ring style, his tempo. You're looking at a former NXT champion in Jett Storm. Whereas Zero, he is just an NXT champion. But tonight, we are out to prove who is the best NXT champion. Zero, he's got 27 episodes of experience behind him inside this NXT arena. Jett Storm, he arrives to the main roster, but perhaps if Zero could get the win tonight, he could just be lining himself up for a bright future in the WWE. But to do that, he's going to have to defeat Jett Storm tonight. And I gotta say, it was a good thing that Jett Storm was hired back to the company for at least, if nothing else, this matchup alone, because this is a dream matchup in the making. Jett Storm, his career, wasn't quite the greatest. Like I said, he did capture a few championships in his time, but Jett Storm, at the end of the day, he was released from the WWE. He really didn't leave on a high note. Whereas Zero, the last time we saw him winning the NXT Championship, look at this, Jett Storm, a roll up. 2. No, Zero kicks out, and now bridging into a pin of his own. 2. No.
Who bridges out. And now the backslide, shoulders are down, but Zero with an immediate kick out of that one.
So Jett Storm and Zero, very similar styles in this ring. As you can see right now, another roll up, this time from Zero. 2. No! Jett Storm able to reverse it. Shoulders down. And this time it's Zero who kicks out.
Right off the bat, we have a very quick start to this matchup, counter for counter between these two men.
But Jett Storm attempts to shut that down with that drop kick to the face. And oh! An axe handle right to the forehead of Zero. Storm now hooks the leg. but it's only a 1 count. A kick out by Zero. We've seen what both of these men are capable of on their own, but now the question that we're seeking to prove tonight, who is the best My Career superstar? Who is the greatest of these two protagonists as Jett Storm drives the knee right into the sternum of Zero. Zero trying to get back to his feet, but Jett Storm not going to let it happen. A knee right to the skull. And now Jett Storm, he's going to go back to work, driving these elbows ferociously into the forehead of Zero. Storm picking Zero back up to his feet once more, as it is all Jett Storm at the moment. Look at that beautiful neck breaker.
Not beautiful for Zero, though. He's going to be in a lot of pain after a move like that. As Jett Storm over on the apron. Could be looking to take a risk, but no. He doesn't even get the chance. Zero hangs him out to dry. And now, to the top rope he goes, looking to take a risk of his own. Diving double foot stomp to the outside. As Zero hooks the leg in this Falls Count Anywhere matchup. 1, 2, no. Storm with the kick out at 2. And of course, anything goes in this fantasy matchup. Falls Count Anywhere, no disqualification. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. And there, an elbow drop from Zero, and a kip up for good measure. Zero bringing that confidence with him as always, as he throws Jett Storm into the barricade. And bam! Spine first, right into it. As now it is Zero who has the upper hand. But as I say that, it's Jett Storm who kicks him off. And another knee to the sternum. Jett Storm doing a very good job at keeping Zero at bay, controlling the pace of this matchup for the majority of it thus far. As he drives the elbow right in between the shoulder blades, spins him around, there's a kick to the back. Jett Storm driving Zero head first out onto the floor, and now the hook of the leg. 2. No, another kick out by Zero. And as we can see, Jett Storm, his appearance has changed a little bit since we last saw him. He's still got the red hair as... Well, actually, that is new. What am I saying? Here's the roll-up on Zero. But no, Zero kick out. Zero as well, he has changed a bit in appearance. His beard is a much more proper beard. The same goes for Jett Storm. He's had much more time to grow it out. Look at this! Future Shock DDT! And again, Zero spiked face first out onto the floor. And it's Jett Storm now to the top rope. A diving body press and the hook of the leg. The referee went inside to get out of dodge, but now he's in a bad position to even count the pin. And as a result, Zero had plenty of time to kick out of that one. Jett Storm, backbreaker to Zero. Yes, Jett Storm, the last time we saw him, he had jet black hair. But I don't know, just the way things have been going for him. Evidently, a change of look he felt was necessary. As big boot delivered to the side of the skull of Zero. Jett Storm, he is just doing a very good job at dissecting Zero, but it's Zero now who comes up with a counter. Kick to the gut, followed by an uppercut. And now, Jett Storm, he's reeling. Tilt-a-whirl Hurricanrana from Zero. As Zero now looks to quicken the pace in his favor. Forearm to the face. Spinning kick. Staggering Jett Storm against the ropes. And Storm dumped back to the outside. What is Zero thinking? Full head of steam off the ropes. And through the ropes. A diving senton. And Jett Storm, he could be out cold. Zero hooks the leg. Referee has to get in position. 1, 2. No! The referee wasting all that time to get to the outside. This referee, I mean, in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, when action can be as fast-paced as these two superstars like to work, it's going to be a bit difficult for this referee to keep up, so I'll give him that. But still, he's got to be on his toes. He's got to be a bit more agile to be able to get to those pinfall attempts. As right now, Off the neck breaker. Zero lifting. Jett Storm up for a reverse DDT. A very
from Zero as he now dumps Storm back into the ring. Delivers an elbow to the face. Followed up by a leg drop. As Jett Storm right now, he's the one in trouble. Zero on the apron, could be looking to take a risk, just waiting for Jett Storm to get in position. As Storm trying to push himself up to his feet. Zero, valuable time for him to recover to catch his breath. There's a punch to the face, slingshot through the ropes into a DDT. And the offensive assault continues. The leg drop, elbow drop, surely to be followed by the forearm. Beautiful combination of strikes from Zero as he flips Storm over now. And drives the knee right into the side of the skull. It's now Zero's turn to work methodically, to just pick Storm apart. He's looking to retain his NXT Championship tonight. And that chicken wing gutbuster might just be the move to do it. Could seal Zero's fate. 1, 2, no! The victory is not at hand yet. Jett Storm still got some fight left in him. Zero tries to pick him up, but Storm counters with a jawbreaker. And look at Storm, backslide driver, shut down. 1, 2. Oh no, so close, but yet so far. Zero with a powerful kick out, but he's still in no condition to mount any sort of offense. And now Jett Storm with these ferocious kicks right to the skull, devastating. Zero, he's going to be seeing stars for the next several minutes. As Jett Storm, what could he be thinking here? Driving Zero face first into the mat. Oh, and look at the cockiness, the arrogance. But it's not a 3 count. You gotta, in one way you can appreciate the arrogance on display from Jett Storm, but could that have costed him the match? Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Storm continuing the assault. He's not gonna, so far, if that's gonna cost him anything, it's not showing. Jett Storm off the ropes, delivers the knee, and a neck breaker to follow suit. Jett Storm, a fantastic job of inflicting some offensive damage. Zero, he's staggered. Storm to the corner, and a discus big boot right to the skull. He caught him flush. Storm hooks the leg. 1, 2, no! Zero kicks out again. Jett Storm thought it was 3, but no, he's got a couple more milliseconds that he's got to keep him down on the mat. There's an axe handle to the back of the head. Jett Storm. This has just been a very back and forth contest thus far. Fist drop now from Storm. But the question is, what is going to be the finishing blow that does one of these two superstars in? Storm, but Zero not going to let it happen. As now, look at Zero. Oh, face buster there. And the hook of the leg. 1, 2. No! Storm kicks out again. But it's amazing just with a powerful enough move like that, how the tides can shift 180 degrees. But as I say that, Storm another neck breaker. He just shrugs it off like it's nothing. And again, he's back on the attack. Jett Storm is once more in control. And now he could be looking to risk it all. To the top rope, he springs up there like a cat. And look at Storm. Crossbody! The shoulders are down. The legs are hooked. 2. No! Another kick out by Zero. But slowly but surely, Storm is getting there. If he keeps up the assault like this, there's no way Storm can lose. But with a counter. And there's a chop as he lights Jett Storm up with these knife-edge chops. And it is sure to follow with a drop kick. Zero. Just like that, he's back in control. But can he keep control? Can he maintain it? No, he cannot, as Storm counters and takes him down, and another drop kick. And now it is Zero, who is just right back where he started.
Jett Storm has him by the back of the head. Could Storm be looking to take a risk? Look at this. Backflip.
Beautiful combination from Jett Storm. Now delivers a kick to the sternum. And a leg drop guillotine all over that bottom rope. That could crush the life out of the windpipe of Jett Storm. Or out of Zero, I should say. And a shoulder block there as Jett Storm slingshots himself. Slingshoots himself? He rockets himself back into the ring. And now Storm. Could he be looking to go for his coup de grace, the finishing blow? Jett Storm whips Zero into the corner. Storm now picks him up. Scoop slam. And now to the second rope he goes. A bravado. And he follows it up with an elbow drop. Right to the heart of Zero. Could this be the end? 1, 2. No! Zero emphatically kicks out. He just will not die. And Jett Storm, you can see the exhaustion taking over for both of these men. Jett Storm, a very powerful assault in this matchup, but Zero just keeps hanging on. A spinning backhand. And now what is Zero thinking? Oh, we've seen this before. This is vintage Zero with the Alabama Slam. And you gotta give props to that camera guy, somebody in the back with the proper camera cut. So the referee didn't block the shot. But even that is not enough for a 3 count. Now it's Storm on the receiving end of a beatdown, but he's back to his feet. And now look at this. Zero dumped to the outside. Jett Storm, he just will not stay down. Storm through the ropes. A suicidal DDT. And a beautiful one at that. That could shut Zero's lights out for good. The hook of the leg. 1, 2. No! How in the hell did Zero kick out of that? What on earth does Jett Storm have to do? Zero just will not stay down for 3 seconds. No matter what Jett Storm hits him with, he cannot finish it. As he throws Zero back inside the ring. Storm, what could he be thinking now? He's up to the second rope. Zero. He's just having a hard time getting back to his feet. He has no clue where he is. Could just be running on adrenaline alone at this point. On instinct. Look at this! A backflip into, or I should say a moonsault DDT. What a display of athleticism on the part of Jett Storm. And now, the kick to the gut. And this could be the beginning of the end. Jett Storm, storm out. And he could be about to storm out with the NXT Championship. Zero just Storm soaking it in. You have to apologize. I've been with both of these superstars for a very long time. Storm the cover. 3. No! No! Zero is still in it. And Jett Storm, okay, he's beside himself at this point. I know both of these men very well. And it is going to take a hell of a lot to keep them down for 3 seconds. Especially after everything that Zero has had to go through to get to this point. To get to this NXT Championship position. But for Jett Storm, he's just as desperate. Look at this! A snap kick to the face. But both men are down now. Zero. I talk about his desperation, but you think Jett Storm, this could be his very last chance at the title. At success. Zero back to his feet, but how much did that kick take out of him? It obviously took enough out of Storm. Look at this. A Pele kick. And Storm, I think he's been busted open. Yep, you can see it. The blood pouring down his face. And there's a kick to the gut from Zero. This could be it. We've seen him defeat many an opponent with this move. And he slams him down to ground Zero. Zero. If he hooks the leg, this is a wrap. 1, 2. No! I'm a liar. That's not a wrap. Jett Storm. He's still in it. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess I was wrong. Jett Storm, it took
Everything he had left in him, he used for that first kick out. But he just had nothing left. So you gotta give mad props to Zero tonight. He gets the win. And I want to thank you all for watching this WWE 2K16 career.
Will we be back for WWE 2K17 My Career? Maybe, but that's up to you to decide. So until then, as I always say, keep on YouTubing.